What's up, people? My name is Skunk Commentary, and welcome back to some good old Sutor gameplay, because I felt like making some more gameplay from this game, because I love this game. It is one of the best Star Wars games ever, in my opinion. Yeah. Today, we're gonna go back to Russia again. Because that is what I always do in my videos. Whenever I do not have any ideas for a video, I talk about Russia. I mean, it is a good topic to talk about nowadays because it is very important that we spread information about what is going on in Russia. But at the same time, it kind of gets boring with only talking about the Russia situation. And I think the news are covering it just fine. And I'm not the best source for news about the Russia situation, because the situation changes all the time, and I think that if you want the best news about Russia, you should go and check your local news sources, because I think they're a lot better or more trustworthy than me. Because I don't know what's going on at this exact moment in Ukraine. But, that aside, what we're going to talk about today is not in Ukraine, but it has to do with the Ukrainian war and my favorite author. So I've talked about Stephen King quite a lot on my channel. I think he's one of the best authors in our time. I think he's really the king of horror, and his stories are amazing. I'm currently reading both Misery and Salem's Lot. I'm going to start with If It Bleeds soon. Either If It Bleeds or The Shining. But yeah, King, he has made a bunch of stories that you probably recognize. Cujo, The Shining, Misery, The Shawshank Redemption. That is just a few of them to name, and he has released even more. Yeah, I don't really need to give him an introduction, because I think most of my viewers know who Stephen King is. And he is an international bestseller. He has been selling books all over the globe. More than 350 million copies has been sold, which is really fucking impressive. And he has a lot of readers in Russia, as a lot of authors do. When they are bestsellers, they have a lot of readers in Russia. But the Russians, because of what is going on with Russia, Stephen King has said that he will not release any news stories in Russia. Or in Russian. The article I read didn't really explain that very well, but yeah. The Russians won't get their daily dose of King, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel kind of bad for the Russians, because it is not their fault that their president has gone nuts and wants to take Ukraine and possibly start a world war. It is not the Russians' fault that Putin has gone mad. And they shouldn't really suffer. But at the same time, the Russian people are trying to make Putin see why he should stop with what he's doing. With giving his people, yeah, making consequences for the people too. And I don't really know what I feel about that, but as a King reader, I feel kind of bad for my fellow King readers in Russia, that they will not get his next story, Fairy Tale. Yes, it is named Fairy Tale, and I'm looking so forward to it, because from what I've seen about it, it is going to be good. Now, I haven't seen any leaks or anything, but from what I've read about it, it is gonna... Okay, that Mako skin is really fucking good. From what I've seen about it so far, it could be fairly good. And the premise sounds interesting. But... what will this have as an effect for Russia? I mean, the king readers will not get their stories. That is really all I can say. I mean, there will most likely be that people will buy stories online from, for example, eBay, if that is legal in Russia. I don't really know about which services to buy stuff from are legal in Russia. And yeah, I guess that Russian King fans will try their damnedest to get these new stories. Because from what I've seen, King will release 2 new stories this year. Gwendy's Final Task, which is written with Richard Kimsar. Shinsar? Yes, I fucked up that name for sure. That story and Fairy Tale, which will get released in this summer. I'm looking forward to both. I think it's already released, Gwendy's Final Task. Whatever. His Russian readers won't get these stories. And I feel kind of bad for them. Because everyone deserves to read the books they want to read. And it shouldn't really depend on which country you're from. But again, this whole Russia situation, this is not the worst. I've heard about it. I've read that on Twitter, schmucks are trying to cancel McDonald's and boycott McDonald's because they still have their restaurants in Russia open. I am not lying. This is a real thing. But Twitter overall is kinda weird. It's a weird platform filled with weird people that are easily offended. And this video will probably get removed because I am saying that. But one thing I think is really important about this is that Russia, Russia is it's a weird situation over there, and we haven't really seen anything like this war before, and I think it is only normal that people are trying to make Russia pay, kinda. And yeah, I do believe that this is a special case when it comes to every person who is trying to make their stories, not make their content not get released in Russia. If I was a best-selling author, I would probably not sell in Russia either. Or I don't really know, actually. Never mind. I think that yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This situation, I feel bad for King's readers in Russia, but at the same time, and I think at the same time it's just weird. I don't know. I want to think that this is right, because I mean, Russia, that situation should get solved as soon as possible. And Putin should get the fuck away from Ukraine as soon as possible, because he's winning nothing so far. The Ukrainians are doing great in the war. I'm not saying that they are completely destroying Russia, but they're doing much better than anticipated. So yeah, I do hope that this no stories in Russia thing that King has, I hope that he will stop doing that after Putin is done in Ukraine. Because I don't think the Russian people should suffer because of what their stupid leader is doing. Because let's all be honest about this. Putin, he has not lost it, but he has gotten really power hungry. And to say, just like Yuri in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, power corrupts. And yeah, Putin is, yeah, he's dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, I am a bit worried about what will happen next, and I hope that all the sanctions will do something against Putin and make him stop, because Russia right now, I think the common people in Russia, I think their lives are pretty horrible. From what I've understood, the normal life in Russia, the common folk in Russia, their lives are horrible. Not a lot of people have a good amount of money. Russia is a pretty poor country overall, with the normal folk at least. From my understanding, it could be different. There are a lot of, I think the middle class is doing okay. But I don't know. I'm not Russian. I haven't been in Russia. I would like to visit Russia because they've got some interesting culture, but not yet. And I really hope that Putin will come to his senses and stop. And yeah, I hope that will happen. Because the Russia situation is out of hand. We need to make this whole situation stop right now. This is mad. And yeah, I think I'll end this video off on this, because yeah, the Russia situation needs to change, and this war needs to stop as soon as possible. The sanctions, I do not know if they'll work. I hope they are working, and I hope they're really making life sour for Putin and his pals, because it's only Putin that can stop this war. And I am really happy that America hasn't gotten involved in anything serious yet, like invading Russia, which could definitely have been the case if we had a mad president in America too. I'm not supporting Biden. I don't think he's the best president in America. But he is at least sane. At the end of the day, a president or a leader who isn't insane can take you a long way. An insane leader won't make anything better. Just look at Animal Farm. Great book. If you get the chance to read Animal Farm, do that. And read some King too. Read a boatload of Stephen King right now. Especially if you're Russian, because you do not know how long you have until King's books stop to sell in your country. And with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. I hope every single one of you who's watching have a great day. Like and subscribe if you like this sort of content, and I will make more Russia uploads if that is what you guys want. And if you got any video ideas, please tell me down in the comments, and I'll see every one of you in the next video. Have a great time.